What up, world? My name is Isaac Grace, and I want to welcome you guys to my video lecture that I have for you. Can you really make money in real estate with little to no cash and no credit at all? I'm sure a lot of people have heard about this or skeptical about it. I get a lot of people messaging me, asking me, how do you do it, or is it even really real? I can be the first one to tell you that you can absolutely make money in real estate with little to no cash and no credit at all. Over the last 10 months, my company has been able to generate $250,000 in revenue without putting no credit up and little to no cash at all. So here's how it works. So the game is called wholesaling. So in real estate, you can buy and hold, where you buy a property and you maybe fix it up, put a little updates into it, and you put a tenant in it. Primary purpose for that is to create cash flow, gain appreciation over time, and be able to build long-term wealth through passive income. Then you can also do fixing and flipping, or buying and flipping. Is when you buy a property for below market value, you make extensive repairs to it in order to bring it up to market value, to sell it in order to make a profit. Then you have wholesaling. So wholesaling is the ability to position yourself between motivated sellers and cash buyers. So the key word in this is positioning. So as a wholesaler, what you're doing is you are going out here and you are marketing for buyers and sellers. So the main objective is to get some buyers on your team that are serious about purchasing properties cash, and then utilize their buying criteria to build up a marketing game plan so that you can go out and find these properties for them, aka reverse wholesaling. So as a wholesaler, you want to be able to be a great marketer and great salesman. So we're technically not in the business of real estate. We're really in the business of marketing and sales. So if you didn't know that, now you know. So I'm going to, draw a little diagram. I'm going to actually show you exactly how it works. So how it works is you want to market out for distressed sellers, motivated sellers. So a seller can be motivated in many ways. And I'll name a few. It can be an inherited seller. An inherited seller can be someone who had a property passed down to them. Maybe their mother passed away, maybe their father passed away, and a property was given to them. Maybe they're not in a position to uphold the upkeep and the taxes on the property, and then they become motivated. You may have a retired landlord. Maybe someone owned a bunch of rental properties for over 20 years and they're just ready to retire and, sell them properties and be able to reap the benefits of appreciation in real estate. And there's many other. You can have, someone that maybe is in tax default, tax delinquent. Maybe they owe, taxes on their property, and, there's some equity there, and they're just motivated to sell it because they can't afford to pay the taxes. And if they don't sell it, they'll lose the property. So how it's going to work is, you as the wholesaler, you're going to be here, you're the middleman, you're the positioner. You are going to market for these people. Now you can market in many ways. Postcards, bandit signs, driving for dollars. You can go down to your county's tax department and get a tax delinquent list. And there's many other ways that you can do it, but that's just a few. You're going to market for these people to get them on the phone, while simultaneously you are going to be locating and finding all the cash buyers in your market. So a great way that you can do this is by working with real estate agents. So a lot of times with real estate agents, they can do some MLS searches. They can actually pull filters and find properties that actually closed under the category of cash. So if we know that John purchased 1 Main Street for $90,000 cash, why not reach out to John and say, hey, John, I noticed you purchased a property in the area. You know, I am a local wholesaler. I specialize in marketing, finding off-market opportunities, and I want to speak with you briefly about how we can do business together. So that is it. Showing them what's in it for them. So you go out and you find 5, 10, 15, 20 of these people that are serious about buying properties. Now you're able to confidently market for these deals. So cash buyers. So how it's going to work is, let's just say theoretically, we sent out some postcards to inherited homeowners. Let's say we did inherited homeowners, equity, and tax delinquent. And let's say we got a call one day and we had a motivated seller. And what we're going to do is when we get on the phone, we are going to have a conversation with these people to qualify them to see if they are something that we can work with. So let's just say for quick numbers that we speak with the seller and we find out we speak with the seller and we find out that the house is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom with a 1-car garage, 1,500 square foot ranch home. Let's just say as we spoke with her, we found out that it was inherited property. So we got the lead source, inherited property, and her motivation was that she could not afford the upkeep on the property. So she couldn't make the updates needed to sell it on the market, and she couldn't pay the taxes anymore. So her motivation, you know, would be can't afford taxes and can't keep up with the upkeep on it. And let's just say that she had an asking price of $110,000. $110,000 she wanted for the property. So a rule of thumb for us as wholesalers is the asking price doesn't really mean much to us. It's just a motivation gauge just to see, you know, what do they think the property is worth. So as you become a great wholesaler and you understand your market, before I ever evaluate this deal, as long as I know the area and the type of house it is, I can always see. If I know that $90,000 is where I need to be to position myself in $10,000, that's motivation right there. She's only $20,000 asking price on where I need to be at. So I can negotiate and utilize some strategies which we'll talk about in order to get her to that right price. So let's just say that the property needs a full update. Let's just say we ask her, well, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, how long did your parents own the property? Well, they owned it for the last 25 years. Has there been any updates in the last 25 years? No. So we automatically know that we can account for a full renovation. That's from the roof, siding, windows, floors, kitchens, bathrooms, heating, cooling system, and anything else that may be in a property that needs repairs. So let's just say that we get off the phone with the seller and we begin to evaluate the deal. So from our wholesale standpoint, now we have some work to do. So this is our checklist. So first, we're going to evaluate the deal. So in order to evaluate the deal, we have to pull comps. So let's just say for fast numbers that comp 1, and real quick before I jump into comps, let me explain what comps are. So comps are comparable sales. So as we figure out what can this property sell for fully updated, we have to go out here in the market within a mile to a half-a mile circle radius and find 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms with a 1-car garage, 1,500 square foot ranches that are fully updated. So you can always 3-1.5 or 3-1 or 4-1, 1,300 square feet, 1,600 square feet are all still comparable. So let's just say for fast numbers that we found 3 properties. 1 sold for $215 fully fixed up. Comp 2 sold for $213 fully fixed up. Let's say comp 3 sold for $220 fully fixed up. So what we're going to do is we are going to take the average of these 3 comps. So we're going to add them all up and divide them by 3. So for fast numbers, I'm going to just say, let's just say that the resale value on this would be $215,000. So now we know the seller wants $110, but we can sell it for $215,000. But we have to put $50,000 in repairs in order to make this worth $215,000. So now what we're going to do is a deal evaluation, a formula that we follow in order to come up with a offer price. So what that looks like is ARV. So ARV is after repair value, so the value of the house after it's repaired, we know that 215 times 0.65 to 0.75. So I put that like that because it's your purchase ratio. So as per your market is going to dictate where your purchase ratio will be. Minus your repairs, we know that our repairs is 50,000 minus our wholesale fee equals what do we got to offer for the property, offer price. So we're going to plug in this formula here, and I'm going to do quick numbers. I'll pull out my cell phone real quick. We'll do some quick numbers. So let's just say 215,000 times 0.65 minus 50,000 in work minus, let's just say we want to make $5,000 on a deal, basic numbers. It says that we got to start our offer price at $84,000. So we have to offer $84,750. So a rule of thumb is this. If I'm okay with making $5,000, I may want to start my offer at $79,750, just in case for negotiations. So now I'm positioning myself at $10,000, but if I don't get the 10, I still get the 5, maybe I get 7. Still a win. So let's just say in a perfect world, we went back to the seller, we made an offer, and we were able to agree at $82,750. So now what we're going to do is we are going to do sorry for my bad illustrations, but a purchase contract. So a A to B contract, we're going to contract this property for $82,750. $82,750. So now we have a purchase contract here. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take this purchase contract and we are then going to package up the deal. So package the deal, market it out to our buyers. So let's just say a buyer comes in and they say that they can pay, just for these quick numbers, $87,000, $88,000. So we are going to show our buyers, let's say one guy says yes, we are going to require, so I'll make a little box here, I know it's all over the place, but we're going to require a deposit and a signed assignment contract. So what an assignment contract is a contract of us selling this contract to them for, in this instance, we're under contract at $82,750. Let's just say we sell it for $88,750, $6,000. So we are selling them our contract for $6,000. And out of that $6,000, we want $2,000 deposit in escrow. So in the state of New Jersey, you don't need an attorney to close. I know in New York you do. So we're going to speak as if we are in New Jersey. You are going to, this is us here, killing the game. We have a purchase contract and we have a assignment contract. We're going to take this contract here to our title company. Primarily our title agent. So what the title agent going to do is pull title, address any issues if any. Let's just say title is free and clear, no judgments, no issues, no nothing. And then we are going to handle any township closing requirements. So sometimes it could be like a transfer of title, a CO, or sometimes some townships want you to run a search, make sure you don't owe them any money. So it's just case by case, and your title agent will help you with that. So let's just say everything came back clear, and then we're going to set a closing date. So at the closing, you got the title agent, TA, you got your cash buyer, and then you got your motivated seller, and then you have you. So you don't really have to be at this closing, but it's great to be there for content creation and things like that. So how it's going to work is the buyer is actually going to pay the title company the $82,750 plus your $6,000. Title company is going to write out checks to the seller for their $82,750, and then write out you a check for your $6,000. And that's how you do a wholesale deal. So if you're able to do one of these deals a month, Do some quick math for you. Even if you do it as a side job, $6,000 times 12 months is an extra $72,000 that you can put into your pockets yearly by doing this part-time. Now, what if you could do 2 deals a month? Or what if you could do 1 deal a month at $15,000, $20,000? You could really start making some big money in this business. So that was a quick run through on exactly what wholesaling is. I know a lot of people, you know, are interested in jumping into this. It's a great opportunity, definitely for people like me and my viewers here who maybe don't come from the right upbringings with the right education. Maybe your family doesn't know anything about real estate. You don't have any family wealth or family education that could be passed along. In real estate, wholesaling is a great way to jump into it, because as you do more and more wholesale deals, you're able to learn from your buyers what they're doing. So a rule of thumb is, once you sell this deal, don't just go MIA with this guy. Go to that property. Pick his brain. Figure out what is he going to do. Figure out what's his concept. How's he going to do the kitchen? What's the color schemes? You know, what type of flooring is he using? What is he paying for this stuff? Because at some point, we want to eliminate this man. And we be the investors to go ahead and make the big boy money, while still having the option to assign it. It's all about control. As a wholesaler, you are great at controlling the deals and finding them before anybody else. That is your value. That is why you get this $6,000, because you found this deal before him. And he sees value in this deal enough to pay you $6,000, while he go ahead and put the $50,000 into it and still sell it for $215,000. So that was my quick little lesson. Yes, you really can make money in real estate with no cash or no credit at all. So if you like this video, I will highly suggest that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram, IKE_YMC. Add me on Facebook, Issac Grace. That's ISSAC. And I will see you guys in our next video. I want to thank you guys for checking this video out, and peace.